I've got something to unbox here. This is another impulse buy during the Thanksgiving week sales, Black Friday and so forth. From Optics Planet. They mostly sell accessories for firearms, but they do also carry a lot of knives. And even though this is a channel uh, dedicated to pocket knives, uh, I do have some interest in fixed blade knives, um, and this is one that this is an interesting one, um, and I got a pretty good price on it during that holiday sale. So let's go ahead and open this up. Once you see the scale here, me in the picture, you realize it's a big box. It's a big knife. Yeah. And there we go. It's, now that we got the outer packaging out of the way, I can get the camera adjusted here a little bit. Bring this in a little closer. There we go. Yeah, the Cold Steel Magnum Tanto 12. Um, this is the largest of the. I guess this is upside down. This is the largest of the Cold Steel Tantos. This is the CPM-3V version. Uh, it's also available currently in their Sanmai steel, which is a VG10 core with softer steel sandwiched on either side of that core. Um, and I have some knives that have that material. Here's the Cold Steel Outdoorsman, right? Which really has, this is a Tanto blade in the traditional sense. That tip shape is is a Tanto in the style of Japanese uh, customary swords and knives. Cold Steel, of course, is the company often associated with developing or popularizing or pioneering the so-called American Tanto, which is what we see there on that box. Um, Here's the Cold Steel Taipan, right? This is a 7.5-inch blade. It's a dagger, so it's dual-sided, and you can see the laminate line there. Right? Uh, you can see the different layers of steel that are sandwiched together to um, make this laminate, um, which is neat. I mean, just even just being able to see that laminate line is kind of cool, and there are some advantages, right? Being able to have a harder steel in the center means that you can get greater edge retention, and then the softer steel is going to protect it from breaking, breaking the blade. So give you back some toughness. Um, I went with a 3V instead of the Sanmai steel on the Magnum Tanto 12 uh, because the 3V is even tougher than the Sanmai. And with a blade that long, toughness is an issue, right? Because you're going to be talking about some pretty significant leverage from impact if you do any serious cutting with it. Now, obviously, with these smaller knives that I just showed you, the Outdoorsman and the Taipan, those are in pretty pristine condition. So I'm not doing a lot of heavy-duty cutting with them. Theoretically, I might use this one for a little bit of outdoor work, sort of alternative to a machete. Uh, I haven't decided yet. I have machetes. Machete is probably a more appropriate tool for most machete tasks. But I don't know, it just might be fun, to use something like this. Let's go ahead and look at the actual knife. Um, let's see here. How do they want us to open this? Excuse me, I'm still recovering from COVID. There we go. Okay. There's the sheath. Okay. That's Cold Steel's Secure X. That's what they call that material. It's similar to Kydex. Uh, molded synthetic. And here is the knife itself. Oh boy, is that thing coated in oil. Oh my goodness. Well, uh, I mean, it's grease, really. Yuck. That makes a certain amount of sense because 3V steel is not entirely stainless. And they probably don't want people who are spending hundreds of dollars on a knife to immediately freak out if they take it out of the box and it's got a rust spot on it. So I guess this is their way of preventing the rust. Doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, though. I'm not going to store it with that much grease on it in the sheath. So I guess the likelihood that I'm going to end up with some rust to deal with is pretty significant. Yeah, that is a surprise. And frankly, it's kind of gross. I mean, it's going to be a mess to clean that up. So I'm going to stop the video there. And, this was just supposed to be an unboxing video anyway, not a not a full review or anything. But yeah, I don't want to handle the stain anymore right now because I don't want to get covered in grease. All right.